Hi, I'm Mandy Bond, and I'm the Senior Vice President of Food and Beverage at Universal Orlando. When I was about 3 years old, my parents purchased an easy bake oven for me. In fact, I still have it out in the garage. And I learned very quickly, I love to cook. I love to entertain. I like to have people try anything that I've made, whether it's great or not. And that kind of has led me through my entire life. So I went to college at Southern Illinois University to learn how to be a restaurant manager, and later went to Stetson for an MBA to learn how to be a financially successful restaurant manager. I've been really lucky throughout my career to be able to work at fine dining locations in signature resorts, and everything from full service to catering to carts and food trucks, and I have loved every second of this industry. I think anybody who loves food and beverage or has a passion for food and beverage travels. That travel might be 20 miles down the road or might be 5,000 miles down the road. And we all learn from new flavors and new areas. For instance, my family just likes to vacation anywhere where there's food and wine. So in the last few years, we've traveled to Bordeaux, to Saint-Emilion, to Barcelona, to London, all over the world, and really just tried new flavors. The first thing we do in any country is to go to the local market and look for any items that we don't know, that we've never tasted before, and then ask how to prepare those, and then go to local restaurants and try those items. I remember in Asia, probably 10 years ago, tasting a banh mi sandwich and thinking, this is phenomenal, I've never had this before. And you can see that today, during Halloween Horror Nights, we had banh mi as an offering out there. At Confisco, we have an incredible pork belly banh mi sandwich that I highly suggest that you check out. A few years back in the industry, many restaurants changed over to mobile food ordering. We wanted to do that for our Universal Orlando guests. So we put together an app to allow guests to order. There's so many benefits from that. Guests do not need to wait in line. They do not need to go through a queue line. They don't need to interact with a cashier. And they don't have to do any form of payment using credit card or cash. It's touchless payment. That was important to us when we rolled it out 2 years ago, but it's even more important today. There are so many in-park favorite dishes that it's really hard for me to put it down to one. It's kind of based on what kind of mood I'm in, but I love at Confisco the lamb meatballs. They're absolutely to die for. And if you're at Confisco and you're going to have lunch or dinner, try the seared yellowfin tuna. It's over udon noodles. Again, absolutely phenomenal and a great lunch meal item if you're out in the park and it's hot. But if I just want something fast, I'm only in the park for a few minutes, or I want to run to the next attraction, I'll always go for the pizza at Louie's. You may not know it, but our production kitchen makes from scratch our pizza dough. We then transport it over to Louie's, where our chefs at Louie's roll it out and form it into the pizza crust, and then top it with sauce that we make in-house and a very high level of cheese. I hope that our guests feel like they've been immersed into the story of the restaurant, and that they've enjoyed authentic flavors, and that they're enhanced by their overall experience in that food and beverage location.